everyone, and welcome to Lauren Reed Color. I am so excited today because I have something absolutely fabulous to share with you, and that is this lovely set of 66 alcohol markers from Arrtx. They are the pastel colors. So if you don't know, one of my favorite techniques is to lay down alcohol marker and then shade with a pencil on top. So just let me show you a couple of examples of what I mean. Put that aside. So here in Year of Witches by Yusiku, yes, I have this page, which if I flip over to the other side, you can see that I based with alcohol marker, and then I shaded on top with pencils. And here's another example from Mythographic Imagine by Joseph Kattenbang. I love using this technique in these books. So here we have this Johnny 5 robot, and yeah, based with alcohol markers, as you can see, and then shaded with pencils. And last but not least, in Mythographic Dragonspell, also by Joseph Kattenbang, I have this gorgeous page, and yeah, you can see all the alcohol marker and then the shading. So I really love this technique, and you get fabulous results with it. So when the wonderful Shirley from Arrtx contacted me and asked me if I would like to receive their box of pastel markers, I jumped at the chance because these colors are perfect for my technique. This technique requires the use of light colors of alcohol markers, and not every set has that many of the light colors, so the pastel set is absolutely wonderful. Anyway, so I am going to unbox the markers with you, and then I will also be demonstrating how to use them on an actual coloring page. So let's get started. Right, let's start with the packaging. The markers come in this really sturdy box made of strong cardboard, and it comes with a very handy strap so you can take the markers on the go. I also love the color of this box. It's a muted purple, and I just love it. And it says, pursue what catches your heart, not what catches your eyes. Oh, I love that. That's so cool. Anyway, so here on the box itself, you have this strip of board with all of the colors. I'm not going to take it off. I think it would be good to leave it on. And yes, there are 66 markers. They are chisel tip and brush tip. And you also get the information of the colors on the back. Okay, so let's open it up. I haven't opened it up yet, so let's do that now. Take off the strip and oops. Let me see. I think you need to degree in engineering. Oh, no, it's very simple. Okay, so in the box, we have this card with Arrtx and a lovely thank you with all of their social media information. It's nice, thick cardstock, so you can even test out the markers on this card. And there's also, let's put this to the side for a second. There's also a swatch chart for all of the colors with some tips here on the bottom. Spin the cap softly when using or after use. Okay, keep the marker pens horizontally to store. Certain factors may leak the ink out of the tip, such as air pressure. Okay, so it's basically the standard rules for storage of any alcohol markers. And then you've got all of the colors, and you've got a space for the chisel tip and for the brush tip. This paper is it's thicker than printer paper, but it's not cardstock, which is unfortunate because I don't think it's thick enough for alcohol markers. I will probably swatch on my own marker paper because that is what I usually use if I'm printing PDF files and so on. So I think I will swatch on my own paper. Okay, we'll do that later. Let's put that aside. Okay, so the markers come, and from what I understand, you can even lay the box down and and open it, and then you can just have them really easy to pull out. Okay, so also let's take one and see what we've got. Right, so printed on the barrel is Arrtx, and then you've got a symbol for the chisel nib. Yes, and for the brush nib. Okay, I know that a few brands of markers like Ohuhu have also a plastic strip here to indicate which nib is nib, but this marker does not have that. I don't think that that bothers me particularly. As long as I can tell which is the chisel and which is the brush, I'm okay with that. The barrel is also sort of triangular, which means they roll, but you need actual force, which is good because I tend to drop things on the floor a lot. Anyway, you also have the number of the color, but not the name, because on the swatch sheet they do have names. But that also doesn't bother me as long as I can see the color, and I hope that the color on the barrel also matches the color on the page. We'll check that out. So it doesn't really bother me that it's only the number and not the name. Right, so also here they slot in, so you can keep them stored in this box, and there are also actual specific slots for the markers to go in. So yes, that's very nice as well. Yeah, so what we're going to do now is we're going to swatch them out. I will speed up the video so that you don't have to watch me actually swatch. Okay, so I just want to mention before swatching that the markers do not come in the numerical order. I had to take a few minutes to rearrange them. It's not the end of the world, but just something to note. And now I'm going to put the box on the side and I'm going to swatch out all the colors. Swatching. So a couple of comments about the mechanics of using the markers. First of all, the lids come on and off really easily. So that is very important because I've been known to use alcohol markers where I struggle to get the lid off, and that's not fun. So that's great. Also, it's for me, it was easy to distinguish between the chisel nib and the bullet point nib. I must say that I am not a fan of chisel nibs. For adult coloring, you have to get into small spaces, and I would much prefer a brush nib and a bullet nib, because chisel nibs, you can use them for large areas, but then they leave streaks, and yeah, it's not my preferred nib. I do like the fact that the box can sit open on the desk, and you can just pull out the markers. That's a fabulous technique. As for the color range, I'm not exactly sure what the logic behind the numbering is. I'm thinking that they have to slot into a bigger set of markers, and that is the reason for the numbering system being not really that cohesive, but that's all right. Another thing I want to point out is quite a few of these markers have very, very similar colors. So for example, all of these purples, the milky lavender, the pale thistle, the periwinkle, they're virtually indistinguishable. So it would have been nicer if each one was a little bit darker as we go along, like these two. Okay, so I'm not sure that that's something useful. On the other hand, if one of these markers dries out, then you have an immediate replacement. That's okay. Also, some of the yellows are very similar. So for example, the pale yellow and the jasmine, the fluorite yellow, and Yes, the Milky Way, it's slightly pinkier, but oh, the Fluorite Yellow and the Raw Silk Light. And also, I'm not really sure about the names of these colors, and that's why I don't really care if the color name is on the actual marker, because I don't see any logic between the name of the color and the color of the actual marker. And in fact, for this one, 77, it says pale blue, but it's actually pale lilac. So definitely no rhyme or reason there. Another thing that I want to point out regarding these colors is the color on the barrel. Yes, does not necessarily match the color on the actual swatch. Okay, so for example, let's take take the 404. It's kind of like a bluish purple, and it's definitely blue in the swatch. So yeah, there's no real color match between the marker color and the actual color of the swatch, but that's exactly what we do swatches for, so it's okay. I never really go by the color of the barrel anyway. I always look at my swatches when I'm going to be choosing colors. The color does lay down quite smoothly, and I was very impressed. The black is gorgeous. I also, for the colorless blender, I put down a darker color, and then I went over with the colorless blender. It does work okay. I think I need to just actually perhaps take this card. Let's take another darker color. Let's take that pink and see if it actually blends out more smoothly on different paper, because the paper also affects the blendability and the yeah. But I've never been a fan of colorless blenders. I've never really understood what they're for. I know that other colorists use them for blending, but it does lighten the color, but it doesn't pull the color. So, but it's okay. That's not what I'm using them for. I just want to reiterate again that I use alcohol markers for basing, and then I put color pencil on top. So the blendability of these markers doesn't really matter to me that much, because I do not blend them. Other colorists who do blend their markers in the Bold and Easy coloring books may want to take the blendability into account. So actually, maybe let's blend a couple of colors. Let's do this one. And oh, I really like the fact that you can lay them on the desk. Let's do this one. Okay, and this one, and blend. Let's see. Oh, you get a nice color there in the middle. Oh, they blend quite nicely. I like that. You'd have to layer a little bit, but that's true of all markers. So, oh, I do like that. They blend quite nicely. Okay, and then if you're coloring in the Bold and Easy coloring books, then the range of colors is not really sufficient. You would need to buy another set. And I do know that Arrtx makes a box of standard colors as well. And I think there's 190 in their complete set. So yeah, you would have to supplement. Okay, so yeah, I'm quite pleased with these, and let's try them out in an actual coloring book. Okay, so we're going to test out the markers in Dragonspell. The page that I want to work on, let me just move these out the way so I can open the book. The page that I'm going to be working on is this one. I'm calling it the Dragon Summoner. And I went to Pinterest and I found some inspiration photos. And so basically, let me show you the look that I'm going for. It's something like that. So the blue window, the old books, the rounded library walls, and the minty golden dragon. So that's the look that I'm going for. Therefore, the colors that I've picked for this project are as follows. Let's get our swatch chart. So basically, for the sky, yes, outside the window, I have chosen 143, yes, so that I can get that glowy sky outside the window. Then for the bookshelves, I have chosen, I think it's 141. Yes, 141 buttercup yellow. So I'm going to base the marble, yes, and of course shade with pencil. Then we have the dragon. The dragon I'm going to make golden, a golden yellowy color. So it's pearl white, 109. Okay, and the boy's face, 29. That's a good skin color. Then we've got the books themselves, which I'm going to, if we look at the inspiration photo, they're brown, okay? Oh, sorry for the glare from my light. They're brownish bluish color. So in order to get that brownish bluish color, we first have to put the base layer of the bluey color. So for that, I am going to use 167, which is this pale minty greeny color, but it will be darker once I put the pencils on top. And for this tornado style smoky bit, I am going to use 408, which is the thistle. Okay, I do see that now that they're drier, that there is a slight gradient between the 406, 407, and 408, but it's really minor. Anyway, I digress. Let's get started. So I'm going to start with basing the sky. Okay, so let me get paper to put under. Keep in mind, alcohol markers bleed through to the other side, so you must have paper underneath so that you don't damage any other images. Okay, and I also like to put something under my hand. 1 second. Oh, okay. Right, so yeah, we're gonna start with it. And as I said, I prefer the brush nib for the coloring books. Okay, keep in mind also alcohol markers dry lighter, yes, than the initial lay down. Okay. Oh, I think you can hear the children. They're outside. They're going on some sort of field trip. Okay. Yeah, this is when I prefer a nib because to get into these tiny spaces with a chisel tip is impossible, and the brush nib is okay, but it would be better with a bullet nib. Anyway, never mind. I do like the way it lays down. And there's very little streakiness, which is also nice. Okay. Oh, these markers are fun. That's also window. All right. Now let's do the smoke. So it's the thistle color. Yeah, I like it. Pastel colors are just perfect for my style. So here too, a nib, a bullet nib would probably be better, but it's okay. It just flows very nicely. Okay, let's do that. Okay, right, let's do his let's do his skin. Okay, so for skin, it's really important that the marker dry much lighter than it initially lays down, so that you can get highlights. Okay, that's why I like basing with markers, because they dry really light and then you can get great highlights and shadows. Okay, let's do the books. Actually, let's do these shelves, and I'm going to try out the chisel nib. Okay, because here you've got these straight lines. So, just 1 second. The chisel nib would probably be good for this section. Yeah, see, that's why there's still some tight spots, and so you would need to alternate with the brush nib end, but that's okay. And then over here, yeah, I'm not a fan of chisel nibs. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I really like the laydown. I really like that they dry much, much lighter. And let's get a couple of pencils and layer on top. Okay, so I've got some Polychromos pencils, simply because they're the ones that were on my desk already. So I've got Bister, I've got Burnt Umber, I've got Cream, and I've got Dark Sepia, and we're going to shade this bookshelf. Okay, so we already have our base color down, so we're going to start shading with the darker colors. We're going to start with Bister, or actually, no, I think I'm going to start with the Burnt Umber, and we're going to make use of the lines that Joseph has given us. All right, so here we go. All right. Okay, keep in mind, we're going to keep the highlight. Oh, yes, they lay down very nicely. The pencils go really nicely on top. There's no bumpiness to it's very smooth. So the pencil goes down really nicely on top. Okay, now we're going to do Bister. Okay. dark sepia, just to darken the shadows. Bister again. Okay. The burnt umber again. If you're new to the channel, you'll soon realize that I like to layer my pencils. That's another reason these markers are great, because I like to layer my pencils on top. Okay, and now cream to blend. And you can still see the marker underneath. So here. Okay, I think that they're going to do a great job. Okay, yeah, let's just zoom in a little bit. Yeah, I like that. That's going to be a nice effect. So let me just put all of this away, and then I'm going to come back with my final thoughts on these markers. Right, so to sum up, I really enjoyed using these markers. They are perfect for my style of coloring, which is to base and then to use colored pencil on top, and that is why the pastel set is right up my alley. I cannot say that they would be good by themselves for blending in the bold and easy coloring books. For that, you would definitely need to supplement with another set. I also cannot say that they are a Copic alternative. Copic are the Mercedes-Benz Rolls-Royce marker of the art community, and they are what most artists use. I would not say that these are artist grade, but they are not meant to be. They are meant to be for hobbyists and not for professional artists. They are good quality, they are affordable. If I looked it up on Amazon, and I think they are going for $69.99 right now, but I also think that Arrtx is going to be sending me a discount code, which I will put in the description box. So I hope that you make use of it. So let me know in the comments if you use the basing technique, if you would enjoy using these pencils. I'd love to know. And I do also want to just give a huge thank you to Arrtx and to Shirley for sending me these lovely markers to try out. So thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.